Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in space? It's a question that has tickled the curiosity of humankind for ages. A question that sparks the imagination, fuels our fascination, and nudges us to push the boundaries of human innovation. The vast expanse of the cosmos, the silent infinite void, the twinkling stars and distant galaxies, all hold a mysterious allure. But did you ever stop to think about what life in space is really like? What does an astronaut do all day? Is it all about floating around, gazing at the stars and feeling weightless? Well, prepare to have your mind expanded. Life in space is more than just zero-gravity fun and endless stargazing. It's a carefully calibrated routine, a delicate balance of work, rest and play, all while hurtling around our planet at nearly 17,500 miles per hour. The daily routine of an astronaut is a fascinating concept, filled with unique challenges and experiences. Imagine waking up in a sleeping bag attached to a wall, brushing your teeth with a toothbrush that doesn't need water, or even eating breakfast in a place where there's no up or down. It's not just another day at the office. Astronauts are not merely space tourists. They are scientists, engineers, doctors, and explorers rolled into one. Their daily life is a rigorous mix of conducting experiments, maintaining the spacecraft, exercising to keep their bodies healthy, and yes, even doing a bit of housekeeping. And when the work is done, they get to do what few humans have ever done: gaze upon the blue marble that is our Earth from the window of a spaceship. So if you've ever dreamt of becoming an astronaut, or if you're just a space enthusiast who loves to learn about the universe, you're in for a treat. Over the next few scenes, we're going to delve into the intricacies of life in space. We'll explore the nitty-gritty of astronaut training, their food, hygiene, and so much more. Join us as we explore a day in the life of an astronaut. Imagine waking up, not in a comfy bed, but floating in zero gravity. It's an otherworldly sensation, where the lines between up and down blur, and the familiar pull of gravity is conspicuously absent. In the International Space Station, astronauts sleep in small quarters, about the size of a phone booth. They secure themselves to the walls with straps to avoid drifting around. Their sleeping bags are also tethered, preventing an accidental nighttime spacewalk within the station. It's a unique sleep environment, but necessity breeds innovation, and astronauts adapt to these conditions with remarkable resilience. And then there's the view. Imagine opening your eyes to an endless panorama of stars, or witnessing a sunrise from the unique vantage point of space. The Earth, resplendent in its colorful hues, glows against the backdrop of the cosmos. After a unique space wake-up, it's time for the morning routine. Ever tried brushing your teeth in zero gravity? Now there's a question that doesn't crop up in your everyday conversation, but for astronauts, it's a part of their daily routine, a routine that involves an entirely different approach to hygiene than what we're accustomed to on Earth. Imagine this. You squeeze out a blob of toothpaste, but instead of landing on your brush, it floats away, potentially causing a sticky mess. To counteract this, astronauts use toothpaste that's edible. Yes, you heard that right. It's safe to swallow, eliminating the need for rinsing and spitting, and thus preventing any rogue blobs of toothpaste from wreaking havoc. Next up, washing the face and hair. On Earth, it's a simple process. Water, soap, rinse, done. In space, it's a different ballgame. Water doesn't flow in zero gravity, so astronauts use specially designed no-rinse cleansing products. They apply a small amount of waterless shampoo or cleansing lotion to their hair or skin, work it in, and then dry it off with a towel. No water, no mess. And don't forget about shaving. Without gravity, loose hairs could float around the spacecraft, so astronauts use either an electric razor or a razor with a vacuum function to keep everything tidy. You might wonder, why all this fuss about cleanliness? Well, hygiene in space is crucial for two reasons. First, it helps to maintain the health of the astronauts. Living in a closed environment like the International Space Station, it's essential to prevent the spread of bacteria and other microorganisms. Second, it's necessary to keep the space station itself clean. Loose particles can damage the equipment and interfere with the station's delicate systems. So, every morning, before the day's work begins, astronauts go through this unique routine, ensuring they're clean, comfortable, and ready to face the challenges of the day. Hygiene established, it's time to fuel up for the day. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, even in space. astronauts start their day with a meal meticulously designed for nutrition and ease of consumption. They aren't flipping pancakes or frying bacon, but rather, they're rehydrating food packets with water processed from their own breath and sweat. Their options range from scrambled eggs to granola with blueberries, all specially prepared to withstand the rigors of space travel. These meals are freeze-dried, dehydrated, and vacuum-sealed, ensuring they're lightweight and have a long shelf life. To consume, astronauts squeeze the food straight from the packet into their mouths. Imagine sucking down a tube of your favorite breakfast straight from the packet. It might seem odd, but it's a necessary adaptation to life in zero gravity. Nutrition plays a vital role here. Each meal is packed with the necessary vitamins and minerals to keep our space explorers healthy and energetic in an environment where physical exertion is a part of daily life. With breakfast done, it's time to get to work. Astronauts' work is a blend of science, maintenance, and exercise. This statement perfectly encapsulates a day in the life of an astronaut in orbit. Imagine waking up, and instead of commuting to work, you're already there, floating above Earth. Astronauts' workdays are a fascinating mix of science, engineering, and physical fitness. The day often starts with a daily planning conference with Mission Control. This is where the astronauts discuss the plan for the day, report on the status of ongoing experiments, and coordinate any necessary equipment repairs. Communication is key in this environment, where the smallest oversight could have significant consequences. Next up, science. Astronauts conduct a number of experiments that can only be done in the microgravity environment of space. These experiments range from studying how plants grow in space to examining the effects of zero gravity on the human body. The data collected from these experiments not only contribute to our understanding of life in space, but also have applications on Earth. Maintenance is another critical part of an astronaut's workday. Keeping the space station functioning smoothly is a top priority. This might involve fixing a broken piece of equipment, replacing a system component, or even conducting a spacewalk to repair something on the outside of the station. And then there's exercise. Due to the lack of gravity, astronauts in space can lose up to 2% of their bone mass per month, and their muscles can atrophy. To combat this, astronauts spend around 2 hours each day exercising, using specially designed equipment that simulates the effects of gravity. But it's not all work. Astronauts also have some free time to relax, catch up with family and friends back home, and even watch their favorite shows. They also get to enjoy the unparalleled view of Earth from their unique vantage point, a sight that never gets old. After a busy day, it's time to wind down. Even in space, unwinding after a long day's work is essential. Whether that's gazing at the Earth below, reading a book, or watching a movie, astronauts know the importance of balance in their extraordinary work-life routine. Evenings in space are for relaxation and communication. After a day of hard work orbiting the Earth, astronauts finally get some time to unwind. Just like us, they have their leisure activities to keep them entertained and relaxed. The only difference is, they do it all while floating in zero gravity, with the magnificent view of the cosmos around them. A popular pastime among astronauts is watching movies. Picture this: you're floating in the International Space Station, surrounded by the infinite expanse of space, watching your favorite film. It's a movie night unlike any other, with the universe as the ultimate backdrop. But it's not just about entertainment. It's also about capturing the breathtaking beauty of our home planet. Astronauts often spend their free time taking pictures of Earth. Each photograph is a unique perspective, a snapshot of our world from hundreds of miles above. From hurricanes to city lights, from vast oceans to sweeping deserts, the view of Earth from space is a constant reminder of the fragility and beauty of our home. Communication is a crucial part of an astronaut's downtime. With the help of modern technology, astronauts can video call their loved ones back on Earth. These connections keep them grounded, reminding them of the world they're serving and the people they left behind. It's a profoundly human moment, a conversation spanning the void of space, a tether of words and emotions connecting the astronaut to their home. As the day comes to a close, they are treated to a unique spectacle, the view of Earth at night from the International Space Station. It's a sight that never fails to inspire awe. The illuminated cities look like clusters of stars. The auroras dance in vibrant hues, painting the polar skies with their ethereal glow. It's a reminder that even in the vastness of space, there is warmth and familiarity. There is a silent rhythm to the spinning Earth, a symphony of lights and shadows that marks the passage of time. As the Earth spins below, it's time for another night in the cosmos.